Each year, right around Thanksgiving time, while much of the country is pulling on their Snuggies and bracing for a blast of icy breath from Old Man Winter, down here in Daytona Beach, Florida, it's a regular Beach Boys album cover. 85 degrees, plenty of sunshine, lots of warm Atlantic water. And Daytona Beach is also synonymous with that all-American pursuit of driving at the limit. For 4 decades, it's been the pivot point for Winston Cup racing, where great drivers like Richard Petty, Cale Yarborough, Buddy Baker, David Pearson, the Allison family, and many more have traded paint and body-checked each other's sheet metal at 200 miles an hour. The racing is still as furious as it ever was at Daytona. But during late November, the sound of 600 horsepower Winston Cup engines is replaced by the mellow exhaust pipe melodies of several thousand hot rods, street machines, muscle cars, and customs for the largest event of its kind on the East Coast. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and we're here because the annual Turkey Run is about to hatch.
This event is actually one of the biggest events in the world. There are bigger car shows, there are bigger swap meets. There's not a combined show as big as this in the world. We're talking about now this year we'll probably hit 5,000 cars. It's really awful hard to try and judge them, and most of the street rod people really don't care that much about trophies and awards, so they enjoy just being able to come out, park their car, and leave it and go look at the other people's car and hit the swap meet. We have over 3,000 swap meet spaces, automotive-oriented stuff. We've got Johnny's Rod Shop people, we've got the Corvette people, a lot of the major manufacturers are here. We've got just hundreds of guys out there with the old tin out of their garage trying to clean up the garage and so forth. And it seems like most of them will end up going back with more than they came with because they're in the other end of the field buying more of the stuff to take home.
Hey, if the swap meet isn't your bag, how about winning this slick 55 Chevy? How about this nifty 58 Caddy Fleetwood lowrider with silver metallic paint, a sidewinder pancaked hood, and hip-hop hydraulics. Even little sister's buggy wheel made it into this wild ride. Wow, now that is a street rod. A classic Deuce Highboy with a fierce metallic blue paint job, powered by a beefed mouse motor and rolling on a set of billet wheels. Wow, and get a load of this super trick 30 Ford Coupe with a blown Chevy motor and screaming yellow paint.
Had the car for 5.5 years. It's a 1930 Model A Ford. It's a steel body. It's been chopped, channeled, and sectioned. Glass fenders on it. The frame's been stretched.
A 5-window done this well really makes a statement.
It's a 1934 Ford 5-window coupe that I found hanging in a person's warehouse, basically, and it has a Chrysler Hemi power, a 4-speed transmission, positive traction rear. Very few cars back then used a Hemi engine. It's a big, powerful engine, and most people used a 3-window coupe rather than a 5. This is just kind of an unusual piece.
While the Daytona Beach Street Rods was the host club, there were dozens more clubs scattered around the show field from all over the Southeast. And as you might expect, when you're this close to the beach, you're bound to see Woodies.
National Woody Club has about 3,000 members from Hawaii all the way to Puerto Rico. A Woody is any car built from the early teens up to about 1951 or so that has a wooden body from the windshield back. This is a 39 Ford Woody here, one of my favorites. A couple of Buicks, 48 Ford Woody. There's a couple of Model A Woodies here. The later years had wood structures bolted onto a steel frame. A lot of people just don't believe they were ever built. They just can't believe there was actually a car like these.
Oh, and please remember to stop by the wedding. Yep, I said wedding, and wish the newlyweds a happy hot rodding life together. Are they throwing rice or speedy dry? If people can get married at the Turkey Run, you don't suppose that...
So far we haven't had any kids born here yet, but with an event this size, it's inevitable that that's going to happen too.
Yeah, and then the kids grow up and they want hot rods of their own, which isn't an entirely bad thing, since these kids from a nearby high school had this race car exhibit featuring everything from an Indy car to a midget car to this hand-built highboy. This half-scale lead sled was really out there. I don't care what Grandma says. We're bagging Thanksgiving dinner at her house again next year and coming back to the Turkey Run.
We hope you've enjoyed the 23rd Annual Turkey Run. We hope to see you again next year.